This pattern is not part of the project, but I'm going to use it to help you see how to fill out the table for all of the patterns. So this first pattern on here, I have 1, step 2, and step 3. And I can see that in step 1, I'm going to zoom in, there is a block in the corner, and then I have 1 on top and 1 on the left. And then step 2, I still have 1 in the corner, but I have 2 on top and 2 on the left. And then step 3, there's still 1 in the corner, but now I have 3 on top and 3 on the left. So for this pattern, I know one thing is that that corner stays the same. So I always have 1 in the corner. So that's my constant. So my constant is going to be plus 1 because there's always 1 in the corner. Now, how this pattern changes, well, I have 1 on top and 1 on the left. And then I have 2 on top and 2 on the left. And then I have 3 on top and 3 on the left. So it looks like it's going up by 1 each time, except it's going by 1 on top and 1 on the left. So it's actually going up by 2 each time because there's 2 places where I'm adding a block each time. So there's 2 places. So I'm actually going up by 2 each time. So now it's going up by 2 each time. So I'm going to put it in every single one of these boxes because it doesn't, every single time it goes up by 2, no matter what. So I'm going to put that it goes up by 2 every single time. I also know that every single time there's 1 in the corner. So every single time I'm going to put plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. Because every single one is going to have 1 in the corner right here. And every single one is going to grow by 2 because it's going to put 1 on top and 1 to the left. Because here there was 1, now there are 2 on top and 2 on the left. Now there's 3 on top and 3 on the left. So now I have 2 full columns filled in. Now these are empty, but I don't have to fill them in because I don't have pictures of the 10th step and I don't have pictures of the 30th step or the nth step. So I can leave those blank, but now I have to fill in the expression over here. So for the first one, I'm going to do 1, and by 2 means that I'm multiplying times 2. So I have 1, because the step number is 1, times 2, because I have 1 on top and 1 on the bottom. So I have 1 in 2 different places. So 1 times 2, and then plus 1 for my constant, for the 1 that's in the corner. Then the second one, I have 2 on top and 2 on bottom. So for step 2, I'm doing 2 times 2 plus 1. And then I'm going to do for the third one, 3 times 2 plus 1. And for the 10th one, it would be the same thing, but now I'm going to have 10 on top. And so it'd be 10 up top, 10 off to the left, and I'd still have 1 on. So I'm still going to have 10 in 2 different spots, the top and the left. So 10 times 2, and I'm still going to have that 1 in the corner. So plus 1. 30 is going to be 30, whoops, not 20, 30 times 2 plus 1. And then n is going to be n times 2 plus 1. So no matter what number I have, it's going to be that number times 2 plus 1, which is why I have n times 2 plus 1. Or I could write it as 2n plus 1. Now, if I total these up, I can check and make sure that I've got it right. So 1 times 2 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So this one's 3, which makes sense because I have 1, 2, 3. Perfect. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that looks good. Here, 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it looks good. 10 times 2 is 20. 20 plus 1 is 21. 30 times 2 is 60. 60 plus 1 is 61. So I've got my whole table filled in. So that's how you fill in the table, just like we did when we did the patterns on Monday. Now, to answer the questions, I have to be a little bit more detailed. So I'll do another video on that one. So this first video is just how to fill in the table. So hopefully that helped.